We're back against Giovanni. There was actually a video of this already, this team, where he has Shadow Moltres and whatnot, but that was facing him with my dad's account, and so I'm finally facing him with my own account. This was actually a little while back. I'm just now getting to the recording, but there's going to be a Pokemon in our lineup. I want to reveal that's Poliwrath. I have a 98% Poliwrath that is fully powered up, and so this Pokemon actually can rock socks against Giovanni, and you're going to see it happen basically and unfold right here. Now, I did have a Girder in the party as well that you saw in the middle. I already named it Conkeldurr. The reason was because I actually have one that's a 96 on the IVs, and so I was like, hey, I'm just gonna name it right away and hopefully save up the candies for that. I'm actually gonna trade for another one to get the free evolution, but anyway, that's beside the point. You can see right now that Poliwrath, our star for today probably, it's actually already got the charge move, Power Up Punch. So if you have Power Up Punch, and you could teach it a second move to have a really awesome advantage, and this is what some other people probably do on YouTube, but just if you need that advice, if you've never seen it. He can also have Ice Punch, and so those are two very good moves for it, but I'd say Power Up Punch the more important if you're going to choose between the two. You saw there, his fast attack is Mud Shot, but we got the first Power Up Punch in about 4 or 5 seconds in the match, and so we're already, you know, broken through the shields. The thing about this Persian is it's actually, I'm pretty sure that it's using Feint Attack right here against my Poliwrath, and that's good for us because Poliwrath having that fighting type in it as well, you know, it's fighting in water, it's actually going to be resistant to dark moves. Now, it's also imperative for us to have those shields because it would be vulnerable to the fairy type of Play Rough, so that Persian does have Play Rough as its charge move, and so we can just shield it, of course. Power Up Punch, though, as it sounds, you know, it can raise your attack, so our Poliwrath here is just kind of in this quick chaining of, you know, doing Mud Shots, but getting Power Up Punch pretty fast, and so remember, of course, something that I talk about in a lot of my videos, but it's sort of base level stuff now, fighting these Team Go Rocket leaders. Whenever you or they switch a Pokemon out, whether that's fainting or manually switching, or whenever one of y'all uses a charge attack, their Pokemon are going to wait for about 2 to 3 seconds. It's somewhere in between that, I believe, if you want to be technical. It's actually closer to 3, honestly. So always take advantage of that and don't use your charge attack again, even if you have the energy. Wait for that, you know, 2.83 seconds, whatever, for them to start attacking again. Now, the crazy thing is we actually get a Power-Up Punch right here at the same exact time that this Poliwrath was hit once again by Cloyster for the death blow, you could say, because it is going to faint right after this charge attack, so that wasn't exactly the best timing that I would, you know, desire for this, but it's okay. Cloyster, going to be a Pokemon, of course. Poliwrath was good against that because it's going to resist the ice, so the ice moves were resisted. We have our Girder in here. That's kind of just because I was like, okay, well, who else should I pick? Well, let's try to get a different team than that first video, of course. I mentioned to you guys that there already is a Giovanni video against his Shadow Moltres on this channel, that whole team. So I wanted different Pokemon, but I also wanted something that was relevant to what's happening in the game, and of course Timber came into raids and eggs, I suppose, a little while ago in the game, so somewhat recent. You don't want to send Timber after him, though. At least have it as a Girder. I mean, if you have a Conkeldurr, that'd be great. Anyway, ending off with Rampardos, perfect choice, really. It does a lot of damage when it's powered up like this, and I specify, you know, you probably should power it up a pretty decent amount because it is a little bit more squishy than some of the other rock types, so you absolutely can substitute, though, Rampardos for maybe a beefier rock type, even if it doesn't have the same attack level stats. You know, think about your Rhyperior, Terrakion, you could even use a Golem, you know, these sorts of things. Those are all good alternatives, even if your Pokemon are a little bit less powerful than the ones that I've shown, which, by the way, I mean, that Girder was only at, what, like 1500, 1600 CP? And it still got to do a little bit. It did kind of die quickly to that Cloyster, though, I will admit. You should be able to take this fight on, though. You still have a few more days. I know I uploaded this second battle kind of late, but again, there was already one on this channel. So just kind of recapping, Poliwrath, fully powered up, having that Power-Up Punch. It's just a beast. It's going to rock this whole thing. It resists the Dark type and the Ice type from Persian and Cloyster's fast attacks. Girder, inconsequential. I mean, you could put a Machamp in there and it'll probably survive through the whole thing, especially if your Machamp has Rock Slide. It'll take down that Moltres as well. Watch for flying moves, obviously, on the Moltres. But otherwise, you know, some rock type as your anchor to take on the Moltres is perfect. It'll resist everything and do super effective damage. But yeah, we haven't covered Poliwrath in the past, but, you know, I've always had a team of them. They can kind of shine for these Team Go Rocket battles, so maybe give it a try. Click the end screen on screen to see something else, and I will catch you guys on the next vid, and thanks for viewing.
Just might go and blast them up. So get these wolves on my side. Let's just hope they're fast enough. So don't be the one to die.